Way to keep us on point, Pat Brennan. All right. We got 2 more quick questions, and here is the first one. It is... Which one do we say we're going to do? As long as I've known you, Ray, I have to say that you were a pretty brave guy. Well, thanks, Mike, who this question is from. Do you have any fears? Particularly, I'm interested in any that are highly irrational.
Question mark?
Question mark. And here's why he says I'm brave. I was an Eagle Scout. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I was.
Nice.
And I believe the 2 stories that he is referring to here are one day I woke up, we were camping out in Kern or somewhere, and there was an 18-inch, I think we said it was about, centipede crawling all up on the face. All up on the face. And
like a millipede or like a centipede with like the crazy ass legs?
Lots of legs. I don't know how many there are. I feel like millipedes have more legs than centipedes, don't they?
No, millipedes are like...
Millipedes are kind of big and round and they eat plants. Centipedes are sleek and evil and they're poisonous.
Carnivores.
Centipedes.
I do not fucking like centipedes. That was
So,
my irrational fear.
I woke up to a person screaming like a little girl, despite the fact centipede is on my face. So I just picked it off and threw it away, and they thought I was going to freak out, but I was just like, I'm okay with it. And also the other one was we encountered a bobcat, and I chased it away with a stick. And everyone thought that was pretty cool.
That's insane!
There's like 6 of us, and it's the size of a little dog. I mean, it's not a little dog, but like a Labrador or a Golden Retriever.
Oh my god.
Not like a Mastiff or anything.
I'm just saying, it might be the size of a Golden Retriever, but, Golden Retrievers have that whole domesticity thing going for them. Whereas Bobcats have that whole taste for blood thing.
Well,
they don't sit when you say sit.
The thing was, I felt someone else would have my back if need be.
Judging by getting mauled by a bobcat, I think you're already a little screwed.
Well, if the bobcat was if its attention was diverted, I could probably bring myself to run over and kick it off of my friend.
I would like to also point out I've been this tall since the 6th grade. Like I was huge. Like that bobcat
that makes
going
sense.
down.
One thing if it's a bunch of 12-year-olds.
We weren't like little weebelows, and okay. I was like, "Rabba-dabba-da."
The ironic of you actually bobcats fighting the bobcat.
It's kind of funny. Have you ever seen the Parent Trap where they fight off the bobcats by they teach her to put sticks together?
You're supposed to take your shirt and lift it up above your head like that to make yourself bigger. And the trick is just to get big, and I was already huge at that point. But
with how much Ray can lift.
But no, so fear of animals has never been a thing for me. Although if I was in the water with a shark, I'd be scared, very much so, and probably my nose would start bleeding.
In the eye, in the nose.
Which one?
Both. Isn't the shark teach you anything?
That'll piss them off.
Blunt object to the eye, to the nose.
Then its nose starts bleeding, and then you're like, well, that was a poor decision, because now it smells blood.
Do they have blood? Do they have blood?
Yes, sharks have blood.
Sharks have them.
I didn't think it was same... It's not
it's still blood. I mean, I don't know if the smell of their own blood excites them.
The dogs and cats have
No, because they've talked about how if one shark is injured,
it
will leave the pack, because their sharks will...
start a feeding frenzy.
Will go after it, yeah.
I didn't know that. See?
No, they're...
humans.
You know that sharks eat their siblings in the womb? The first shark to be hatched in a brood eats its siblings.
That is badass as hell.
Yes.
That is so damn bad.
I feel like there's a lot of animals who do that. I feel like bees...
they do that inside of their mother.
Simplicide's pretty common in the animal.
Yeah, but the fact that it's still inside that's what's intense.
Pretty crazy.
I'm gonna eat one of you just to feel better.
I'm gonna eat one of you. So if I was a shark inside my mother's room, one of my rational fears would be of my siblings. But Luke, what would be your irrational?
Definitely condiments.
What?
It's not. I guess it's not really a fear. But don't sit down, John.
That's good. I got
Where
my
are you
chicken.
going?
John is walking toward the fridge.
No, I
Pat
definitely.
and John have a massive
I'll protect you, Luke.
Single-serving condiment collection, and John is going to get it right now.
Oh, they're all the Taco Bell sauces and everything.
Yeah.
Gross.
Just throwing them
I
at
can't
him one at a
stand
time.
because I'm a big texture, especially with foods. So. Stuff like mayonnaise is the worst for me.
Ew,
absolutely the worst.
No, I'm with you on hating mayonnaise.
I noticed all these were no mayo. This is great.
Agreed.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I totally got them with no mayo. Well, that was partially to save myself from death, but
You allergic to mayonnaise?
No, but I'm in danger of being over the fat line, as we were talking about earlier. I mean, while I don't think we should mandate nutritional information on everything, I do at
You just
at
outlaw
some
mayonnaise.
point say, let's cut down on the mayonnaise. Right?
That's good. That's a good thing. So things like mayonnaise, bread pudding, that sort of what's that cheese that has the mayonnaise in it?
Cottage cheese.
Yeah. Oh, cottage cheese is gross. Yeah, that's for sure.
gonna find a
Sour cream. Any of these I guess it's like creamy, milky liquids. Which I mean, I guess I'm on.
I'm gonna find a picture of Luke's fear. Whenever someone tells me their fear,
Never mind.
I'm gonna put it up there.
All right.
It's not really I don't freak out over it.
Just
But-
a strong
If
dislike.
there's a sandwich, I can't scrape it off and eat the sandwich. I just will not eat the sandwich.
Like even if it has like mustard on it.
No, I won't. I don't do any condiments on like hot dogs. Nothing.
So you
The
just
one time I
stop
did
at
was
the
a super
Subway
dog.
guys when.
Really?
That was the one time because
That's
like
the only hot dog you ever had?
that had everything on it.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in Chicago, I had to try it or whatever. But
For the record, could you quickly find a picture of that? You should. It's a very
Super
it's
Dog.
Super Dog.
all right.
Spell it
Wait, for the man that was-
D-A-W-G.
For the man who's so against advertising, you're the one that keeps putting in like shameless plugs
Hey,
throughout this entire
Free
thing.
stuff is free stuff.
You told me I could get free stuff if I did this. That's why it's my second game.
D-A-W-G.
I just manipulate you. That's what
I was
I'm
like,
here
I
for.
typed it in, and there was a lot of pictures of little beagles in Superman suits.
I just want to say I'm very proud because I grew up right next to this place, and it's been rated #1 hot dog in America by Zagat Survey. So
It's very good.
Picture's
It's
not up
very
yet.
good. And it
It was good,
almost
it was
makes me like condiments. Almost.
Oh, there we
Really
go.
close.
So
Yeah.
my irrational fear.
John's irrational fear.
You've already like led up to this.
Nipples.
No, I am perfectly fine with nipples. There's one right there.
Gross.
I do not. That wasn't mine. I did not flash my nipples. Somebody else did.
Patented.
Okay. I don't like centipedes. Like hardcore. I absolutely
Oh, they're gross.
fucking despise the little house centipedes.
Oh my god.
Because the problem, like, they're everywhere. They're fast, and when you squish them, you can't just like a spider. You can't just hit it and be done with it. No, you squish them, and all their legs just
Keep
jettison
going.
like
Yeah.
escape pods
Oh,
on the
yeah.
ship. And then there is a palpable smell when you bust them open, and it just ruins your day.
No, see, but that's not a rational fear because they're carnivores.
It's irrational.
Well,
They're
but
small, irrational.
But
So
like by
small,
weight,
a carnivore that weighs
Bill,
what, an ounce.
I would say a million centipedes could
Oh my
probably
God,
not
please.
take me in a fight.
Oh, the one I had
So,
was big.
You probably had a millipede.
I'm more man than John Chatterless means. I don't know what it was.
That, it was a, yeah.
It was one of the two. I'm not sure of the
No.
difference. I'm not a
I mean,
biology
I
person
just-
at all.
I don't like shriek and jump on a
Oh
chair, but
my
I just
god, I want to die right
by
now.
saying that I got shivers. So
Okay, so
Mine. Oh, go ahead.
No,
No,
I don't have.
stay on topics if anyone.
It's okay. I was just gonna ask about Fear Factor. Like, you remember watching this? Could you do most of those second? Because the second challenge was always like food,
something gross.
lay in a tub of snakes, lay in a tub of spiders.
It really depended on the insect.
Yeah.
I can handle the food stuff for the most part, and snakes don't creep me out that much. And spiders hit and miss, but it really depended on which insect they threw at me.
If I like, I could,
Yeah.
as long as I could get over it, like logically, like the fact that like they cannot give me anything that's going to hurt me. Like this is just going to be unpleasant.
Yeah.
I'm sure
as long
you
as I
signed
could
enough
get
waivers.
over that. But they also couldn't have someone like dying on live camera. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
That's why they edit.
that's true.
Yeah.
But see, I wouldn't go into
Well,
it that way.
we'll fix it in post. It's okay. Get the alternate.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so, but probably not.
Alright.
Mine is I don't know how. Whatever. It's pretty irrational. I'm mildly claustrophobic. Not as in like small rooms make me uncomfortable, but I don't like crawling through crawl spaces and stuff, which is something I had to do every once in a while as a child because my dad did electrical jobs and I'd have to help him do it.
And your dad's a little bigger than you are.
He's a big dude, so I had to crawl through the little places. But the reason for
Wait,
that
can we get a Bernie impression for the rest of this? As you're explaining this?
for the rest of the story,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So, the reason I got this little fear of mine,
This is dead on, by the way.
let me tell you a little story. Yeah, my dad has a quick, very thick Chicago accent. He talks like this. When I was just a kid, my brother thought it'd be real funny to convince me to get in a suitcase. So I got in this suitcase, and
That
he's
brother
like,
is 7 years older than he is.
hey, Pat, I got a good idea. I don't want you to get hurt in that suitcase, so why don't we shove some pillows and blankets in there, too? So there I am, surrounded on all sides, feeling like I'm being smothered, and he zips me in this suitcase. He then proceeds to shoot hockey pucks at the suitcase for the next 10 minutes or so. After that point, he said, alright, I gotta take a shit. Turned off the lights, and left me there in the basement. Over the course of the next, what I am convinced is half an hour, he insists it was mere minutes. I'm convinced this was half an hour. Managed to get the zipper undone just enough to jut my head out, at which point I was gasping for breath, mostly because my heart was beating really hard. I got my head out. At that point, the suitcase tipped over, and I was stuck there, and the zipper got stuck. So then I laid there in the dark with my head fallen down to the side, waiting to be saved.
Bernie just became a different nationality.
I was gonna say, I also don't know why this is so traumatic for you since it happened to Bernie, obviously.
Yeah, no, that actually happened to me. So ever since then, I'm mildly claustrophobic. My brother and I still both laugh about it. I think I don't know why. It was a pretty fucked up thing to do to someone, but we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's more rational. We are there is always some rationalization for these irrational fears.
Right. But that's the reason. I think it's irrational to still be afraid based on that. All of these have some rational root to them. Oh, they can eat things. Maybe they can eat me. I mean, that one's not quite as rational as I almost died once. Maybe I could die again, but...
Lauren, aside from Muppets, Centipedes, and Pirates...
I like pirates now.
Who doesn't?
I don't know if I have a whole lot of rational fears. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Like, I don't know. Being naked is a big one, probably.
Oh, that's my dream.
Like, the idea of being naked, like, in front of other people is just pretty not good. Which is odd, because I tend to moon people a lot. But, like, the idea of being, like, completely naked is just kind of, like, really terrifying.
Yeah, most people say they have, like, those nightmares where they're completely naked. Those are just, like, good dreams for me. I'm like, oh, yeah, I naked attack those people. In terms of irrational fears, I wouldn't say that I have any fears per se, and I try to conquer all fears. I used to be very afraid of spiders, but I responded by starting to kill them with my bare hands to help me stop fearing them. I also, and it still makes me sick to this day, but I'm not as scared of it as I used to be very scared of needles and drawing blood. Like, you can give me a shot, anything can go in, but when you take stuff out, like, I get violently ill. But in order to combat it, I try to donate multiple times a year. I haven't done it in about 15 months, so it's been a while. But it's something that I've combated. We used to have a blood drive at my school that I'd go to every year and try to do it that way. However, there are things that I would say creep me out, give me the heebie-jeebies, if you will. And there's two of them I want to highlight. The first, Scientologists. Scientologists give me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't think it's I'm genuinely scared of those guys. I'm not joking, folks.
Yeah.
They're a cult.
No, I drive around Los Angeles, and we live right on, or we don't live, we live in a nice area, but I went to school right on the dividing line between the Bloods and the Crips. I've never been scared walking down Crenshaw Boulevard. I have been scared driving down L. Ron Hubbard Boulevard, which is where their compounds are. Like, I'm sure there are nice Scientologists out there. I don't want to throw everybody under the bus, but I'm going to throw everyone that I've met under the bus, which is, like, if they deem you as in some way insulting their religion, they come up to you and they start shouting at you, tell me the extent of your crimes. And I just don't understand it. And then they start accusing you of just random-ass shit. And the thing is it's a rhetorical question, because when you start telling them your crimes, they don't care. Like, it's just totally bizarre.
They just want your $80, and they want to audit you, and then they want to grab your Thetan soul. Or what is it?
Take the Thetans out.
Thetans, that's right. Yeah.
Because we're pretty clear.
And then when the volcano erupts or whatever.
No, you don't hear about that until you're a level 7, and you get thousands upon thousands of dollars.
That's the thing is, this didn't happen to me, but some guy I guess got in a fight with Jenna Elfman, who's won, and he kept bringing up like Xenu. And they told some person that was with him that he had to like go cover his ears because he couldn't hear about this yet or whatever. I was
classified.
Like, there are certain things, I guess, even though you could just look it up on Wikipedia, that they're not allowed to know about. No, you must pay us money. You can't just go to Wikipedia and find out about it.
Yeah. You gotta have a pure Thetan.
Thetans are bad. You want to get
rid of it.
Yeah.
You're Dianetics.
No more Thetans.
I just know the terms. I don't
Come
know
on!
shit about it. I just know enough to bullshit when they approach me.
I've never been approach. Like, I feel blessed.
I don't.
Good word choice.
I don't feel like in Pittsburgh/Cincinnati there are that many. You come to LA, you all see yourself some Scientologists.
West Coast thing.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of is. I mean, they're everywhere, but they're mostly.
There's a Scientology. God, I sound like a hooker. There's a Scientology church. I don't know what they're called. Across from
The brothel I work at.
From the Hustler that's downtown.
Oh.
Yeah, there is a
Like
sign
right
for
across the
it.
street. Like right across the street. That's the only reason.
Huh.
Yeah.
The one other thing that gives me the heebie-jeebies, and it largely has to do with things that are sexualized. I am okay with you liking almost anything. In terms of what you want to do in the bedroom, I wouldn't do anything for a girl, but there aren't too many things where I'd be like, okay, there's something wrong with you as a human being for that. But I found out there's something called a gas mask fetish, where they just like to wear gas masks. And ever since I found that out, whenever I see somebody in a gas mask, even if it's like during a mustard gas raid, they just creep me the hell out. Like, if one of you...
Is there, like, poo in these gas masks?
No.
That's what the internet's done to us, folks.
It's literally just they wear gas masks.
Jesus.
And now, like, I got a picture up here. Like, that right there, I'm not gonna lie, it creeps me out a little bit. It's just a standard gas mask, although it's being worn by a guy who's also wearing a hat. But it's just, it bothers me. If you like other things, I might not be down with it, but if we've been married for 15 years, I might even indulge your various proclivities depending upon what they are. But this one, if any girl ever came into the bedroom wearing sexy ass lingerie and a gas mask, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't care if those are double D's, I am out.
Wait, like, that's your line? Not like water sports or, Cleveland Steamers or, I don't know, the whipping and the stuff? Like, everything up to the gas masks,
I think you would consider it, but I feel like that the gas mask thing goes into the other questions that are like...
Deal breakers?
Deal breakers.
Like, she's into leather, particularly like leather with charcoal filters.
Don't get me wrong, it's definitely a deal breaker, but I didn't think of it when I was thinking about deal breakers. I was...
Gas mask fetish. Oh, that's my first one. Yeah.
No, if she's got a gas mask fetish, we're done.
Yeah, you kind of got to lead up to that one. That takes too much explaining.
How do you bring that up on a first date? Hey, you don't have any gas mask fetishes, do you?
So
Put that on your
World War
profile.
II,
Your match
there
by
was this
constant.
thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so my grandpa has some World War I memorabilia in the basement. Would you be interested in checking it out? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
there.
Baby gas mask.
I don't know if we actually mentioned it on the podcast yet. I believe we mentioned it during the break, but someone said something about furries, didn't they?
yeah, furries.
If a girl's a furry, it's not a deal breaker. I'm not going to engage in any activity with her in the furry stuff.
Her personality.
But if she wants,
You're not going to do
She's got
any
a
gifting
really
with
good
her?
personality.
if she wants to furry around town on the weekend, you want to know what? I'm not going to make that a deal breaker. If she wants to wear gas masks, we've got issues.
What happens if she wants to furry around the bedroom with just you?
No, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm going to be down for it. There are several
I'm not
things.
saying you would be in a furry suit. I'm saying she would be in the furry suit when you guys did.
She just
Yeah,
wants
no,
to
not
say
okay.
every once in a while.
Not okay.
Wait a minute.
She wants
so,
you to pet her and
so
tell
what
her
about
he
like
has a nice
other
name.
types of masks? Is it just gas masks, or is it like if they wore like a leather mask?
Yeah,
or
like think Gimp Mask.
Like think The Shining.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, thank you.
Well, hey, that brings us back to
But even,
furries and leather.
like
Yeah.
hockey
Oh, the
masks,
bear?
like
Yeah, the
any
bear.
kind of, is it the face? I'm trying to figure out what it is. Like, is it like the gas mask stigma?
If
of,
she's doing like a masquerade ball mask, totally okay. Possibly even hot. Hockey mask?
inappropriate thematized.
Are we talking about a Jason Hoskins mask, like the white thing? Or are we talking about like a Patrick Waugh style, like shark painted, like metal grill thing? Because that I could get behind as
Or
well.
Martin Brodeur.
Or Martin Brodeur.
Football helmet.
I'm
You
in.
just need to give us a yay or nay.
I'm in with a football helmet.
Okay.
There are certain things. It's odd. We talked about this in the exact same conversation we referenced in the very first question of what wouldn't you do for money. There are other things I wouldn't do. I would never allow myself to be handcuffed during sex, because my rationale
God
is
damn it! My theater's already taken that away from me.
well. My rationale is this: it's that 9 out of 10 times that leads to probably just groundbreaking, awesome sex. But I'm that 1 out of 10 times where the chick is cutting out my kidneys,
Stealing your wallet.
not even giving me the ice bathtub treatment, and just heading out the door. I just don't trust anybody. It's
Like
that kind of issue.
Handcuffs are something that have to come out after several years of a committed relationship,
It would.
or the first date if you like to
go a
get
little
freaky.
earlier than that.
Here's what I said when I was talking to them, because they said we were going with what would you, and I think it was Sarah Wood brought up how much for you to be handcuffed, and Nick was like, oh, $40,000, even though I'm sure him and a girlfriend
He's
have
not
probably
really
done it for
playing
free.
that. Just a side note, I would have called him out then for not playing the game.
Oh no, he totally wasn't.
Yeah.
I think Lindsay said like $150,000 because she wants to sound respectable or something, and I said, and I was saying, I think I said I'd have sex with a penguin for $20, but I said there is no amount of money for which.
You got a thing for flightless waterfowl there, Ray?
It's just they're so like pokey, like you don't think of them as having like innards. Like you just think of them as being like a big eraser where you just rip it open and there's more penguin.
Like Russian dolls.
Kinda. But no, it was. And I just said there's no way you're allowed to handcuff me during sex because that's not going to end well. I'm not going to get my $150,000. I'm going to end up minus 2 kidneys, and that's going to be that. I have said if she wants to be handcuffed, okay, I'm good with that. But it's just not they're just not going on my wrists.
What about like masks of other people, like a Regis Philbin mask?
No, that funny. Okay, no. We're in there. Gas masks, no. If she wants to wear a mask of Bob Dole or something, I want to wear a Nixon mask and be like, "You're fucking tricky dick tonight."
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
God.
No, what?
Right.
Or Tim Short, who has already submitted a question today, he submitted something to UrbanDictionary.com, which I don't know if it caught on, but it was a term in which you have sex with a girl while she's wearing a mask of her father.
What would we call that?
Well, yeah.
And I don't know where you...
Giving the Freudian slip.
Are there...
Yeah.
Are there... No, she's wearing a mask of her father, meaning it's not that she's having sex with her father, you're having sex with her father.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, where do you get masks of other people that, like, aren't, like, popular people? Can you, like, get them made? Like, if I'm on John Chadwell mask, can this be done?
That's a get-rich.
Sure.
Hey,
That's a get rich scheme for you.
yeah, www.bjohnchadwell.com. We go live
They
in
take
about a month.
MasterCard, Visa.
Actually,
You still working
just traveler's checks.
Okay.
For legal reasons, my funding goes to the Bahamas, so yeah, no credit cards. So cash up front.
That's a great way to kill someone. Like, get a mask of a dead person, you know what I mean? And, like, if you could get a really good one, you could, like, really fuck with people.
Because the coroner wouldn't catch that one.
Isn't that like Face Off? What was that, Nick Cage?
Hey, you mean like put a mask on him that makes him look like Ronald Reagan? Like, oh no, he died again.
No. I mean, like, if you're the murderer and, like, you're running around and, like, you want to frame somebody, get, like, a really good mask of that person. So that, in, like,
make sure you
just
get
let
on
yourself
camera.
be seen, like, a little bit
casual.
on
I got
camera.
you.
Yeah.
Like, they had that in Mission Impossible 3,
Yeah.
and even Mission Impossible 1, of, like, the solid, like...
Okay, so I haven't seen Mission Impossible either.
No.
I think they did that one of the seasons of 24.
Here's the thing, though.
24's dead.
I feel we are farther away from those masks in Mission Impossible than we are from, like, flying jet skis. Like, I swear to you that basically, they implied that those can just be, like, cut with a laser in, like, 5 minutes, those masks. No. That is, like, to make Tom Cruise look like Jon Voight, that is makeup people working for literally, like, 6 hours straight.
Oh, yeah.
We are nowhere near the technology that implies that we have there.
That'd be really cool, though.
I'm afraid of that technology.
Hey, wait! If she had a Ray mask, would you still have sex with her?
Oh, I would totally fuck me.
Oh, my
I
lord.
know you would.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
That's the only reason there's a mirror in there.
I've already fucked me so many times, though.
You with like a woman's body, like yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
narcissistic.
That could happen. It's just the crazy gas mask thing. I don't know how far it extends in terms of...
Just to put a tag on this line of thought, what was the word Tim Short actually submitted?
I believe it was Party City, if anyone wants to
Party
check it out.
City. Sleeping with a girl while she's wearing a mask of her father was called a Party City. It is official now.
No, this is the same question.
His irrational fears gas man.
No, he went to the bathroom when I explained the Tim Short
Okay.
issue.
Yeah. So what other questions we got?
We got one final question, and it just so happens to have been submitted by Tim Short. So I'm going to go ahead and read that now. And the question is... Will America ever be able to move past $1 McChicken sandwiches?
No. Absolutely not.
Seeing as we're eating them right now, I'm going to say that our answer to that is no. But I'm going to thank everyone for tuning into the podcast. I'd really like to thank my guests, John Chadwell, Pat Brennan, Jordan Ledlowski, and Luke Giberson.
Hey,
And please tune in for our next one, which will be in a month or some juncture. All right.